Okay, so today we're going to be looking at composite functions, and again, it should be for the most part review, but the composition of the function f and g is denoted by f with, notice how it has an open dot here, f of g. These just mean my function evaluated at g function, okay? And the domain of the function f of g is the set of all of x. X is the domain of g, g of x is in the domain of f, okay? And we're just going to look at some examples. So notice we have a series of functions just like we had before. I'm going to zoom in a little so we can see better. And if I see the h with the open circle of f, that just means h of f of x. Okay, so we're going to start off with our h function, and we're going to put empty parentheses where the x is. And we are going to insert all of the f function in those empty parentheses and then combine them like terms. So we will have the square root of 2x, and negative 5 minus 6 is negative 11. And that's it, we're done. Okay, now if we look at b, okay, so b says we're going to find f of h of 10. Now there's two technically correct ways to do this. You could find f of h of x first and then insert the 10. I would recommend us doing a different method. So the first thing we will do is we will do this h of 10. Okay, so what that means is we will find h of 10 first. And so we'll have the square root of 10 minus 6, which is the square root of 4, which is 2. Now, notice that we have h of 10 and 2. So I'm going to replace the h of 10 with a 2. So in other words, what we're really finding is we're finding f of 2. So we'll take our f function, take the x out, and replace that empty parentheses with a 2. And 4 minus 5 is negative 1. Now, I will show you the other way, and you do get the same answer. So if you find f of h of 10, okay, that means find f of h of x first. So you'll take your f function without the x, and you will put all of x or h in its place. And then we replace the x with a 10. Okay, and when we simplify this, notice we still have 2 times the square root of 4 minus 5, which is 2 times 2 minus 5, which is 4 minus 5, which is negative 1. And we get the same answer. So it really doesn't matter how you want to simplify the problem. Most students will choose to do the evaluating method over the algebra. Let's look at another one. So notice we're going to take j of f of negative 3. Okay, so the first thing I would do is I would find f of negative 3. So f of negative 3. So we will write our f function without the x and then replace it with a negative 3. Negative 6 minus 5 is negative 11. Now, note, negative 11 is the same thing as f of negative 3. So we can replace that f of negative 3 with a negative 11. So in other words, we're going to find j of negative 11. And our j function, which I can't really see, is 2 over the x empty parentheses plus 1. And we'll put a negative 11 in those empty parentheses. Ends up giving us 2 over negative 10, which is negative 1/5. That's a 5. Okay, let's look at letter D. We're going to find f of g of x. And remember, our f function is 2 empty parentheses minus 5, right? And then you see 2x minus 5, 2x minus 5. And this time we're going to put all of g in place of the x. So if we look up at our functions, g is 2x squared minus 3x minus 5. And now we're going to simplify. So we're going to distribute the 2. 4x squared minus 6x minus 10 minus 5, and then all that's left for us to do is to combine like terms. 4x squared minus 6x minus 15, and that's all you have to do. Okay, and now we're going to find g of f of x. So g of f of x. So we're going to take our g function and put empty parentheses where the x's are. Okay, now we're going to replace those empty parentheses with the f function, which is 2x minus 5. And remember, if I have quantity squared, you have to write the 2x minus 5 twice. We'll distribute here, so negative 6x plus 15, and then minus 5. And then now we will distribute first, outer, inner, last. So 2 times 4x squared minus 10x minus 10x plus 25. And well, minus 6x, and you can combine these two here to be plus 10. And we're going to distribute some more. So we will distribute here now. Let's see, 8x squared. And we know negative 10x and negative 10x is negative 20x times 2 is negative 40x. And 25 times 2 is 50. And minus 6x plus 10. And now what's left for us to do is to finish. So 8x squared minus 46x plus 60. And that's it, you're done. I want you to take a few minutes and try these 5 example U-tries. Okay, so hopefully for f of g of 1, you found negative 17. For letter B, h of f of x, the square root of 3x plus 7. For letter C, f of g of x, 9x squared minus 6x minus 20. For D, g of f of x, 27x squared plus 66x plus 32. And for E, j of f of 2 is 272. And that's all you need to know for composite functions. You are ready to practice. The end.